EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live first-round coverage of the International Challenge. Well, this golf course goes back a long ways, to 1878, in fact. We're at Royal Troon Golf Club in Scotland. Rich Slaughter alongside Frank Nobilo. And Frank, where are some of the scoring opportunities out here?
Well, normally when the Open Championships played, the breeze comes out of the sort of northwest, which means those first few holes are played down breeze and then the closing stretch is played into the breeze. So really you sort of make your hay on the way out and then you hang on for dear life on the way in. That doesn't really change because you have some rather short par fours to start. To tee that ball up, get it up there quickly, get the wind behind you. It's amazing how far you can hit it.
That one inside of 10 feet. These putts keep the round together. Inside another birdie. It is one of the most famous in the world, the little postage stamp par 3.
Yeah, the front part of the screen's the widest, Rich. Then it starts to narrow up, so you never know the screen.
Yeah, you don't want to come in too hot and roll it off the back. This is going to be a tough day on the links. I mean, even the seagulls are walking to work. Looks like it's Frank, the 9th hole, 23.
If that pin is on the top left, then you would certainly walk away with happily. If it's an 8. Shot. Easy. Anything you would look like in your t-shirt hurts.
And a nice way to start off the back. Stumbled out of the gates, but solid, ready for this approach shot. Good swing, good shot. Beautiful shot. That read. That was a nice birdie. Well, Frank, round 1 in the books. Look who's on top of the leaderboard.
And they don't really hit second round tomorrow.
PGA presents live second coverage. I know me. Yeah, that right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Now away with par in the previous round. Yeah, birdie for another in the right direction. Ready to be.
It's not got all the second hole, but at that modest length, it is very much a birdie hole.
Like a
Sitting up, it's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Frank, the Open Championship will be played at Royal Troon in 2016. It was first played back in 19...
That equates to about $150 US. And just to give you an idea, the last time back in 2004, when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els, he got a whopping 720,000 pounds. That's right, nearly $1.5 million.
The money's nice, but
And that's actually suited the Americans because since 1962, they've been to Troon 6 times, and 6 times the victor has been American.
Two holes, 2 birdies. Back to the tee box here on hole number 3, and there are a few club selection decisions that come into play on this first shot, Frank.
There is. The reason why, there's a burn that cuts through from the 16th hole all the way across the golf course through the middle of the 3rd. And that stops, or should I say starts, at about 285 yards. That really has to be at the 4th. Can we get a measure on that one? That's enormous.
Up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Oh man, just, and only a tap in left. Good putt. Just a tap in to finish the hole.
And that par certainly won't hurt the course.
Rich Lerner back at historic Royal Troon with Frank Novola, who's played occasions here at a golf course that goes back to the late 1800s. This is the first par 5, Frank, on the golf course, and you would think a chance to make a birdie and get that round started.
It certainly is. Dogleg right, 2 bunkers a little bit straight. You'll certainly get into those pot bunkers. The one on the right, most people can carry. You carry that, this par 5, more than reachable.
You knew it right away, Frank. That's a good one.
Solid.
Playing his second shot here at the par 5. I like the looks of this one. That was a solid strike and a good result. And getting ready for the putt.
just pushed it.
And he's putting for birdie now.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. Now the first par 3 here at Royal Troon. It's the 5th hole. A little bit more than 200 yards here, Frank.
A lot of these, plus you remember you've got to allow for the roll and the bounce here. So anything pitching on the front of the green, let that ball release or kick towards the middle and back. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
It looks like it's going to be in the rough. In the thick stuff.
Thick, it's brutal out there.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way.
Not a problem there, Rich.
And it's a low easy. Well, you could see he thought he had.
Looked in the whole way until the end.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
That's a bad time in the turn.
Slip on the controller.
So that is a top 10 performance.
It's always nice to know that you have a shot with.
EA proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live third-round coverage of the International Challenge. And now we go down to the first hole. Warm-ups are done, first 2 rounds in the book, and Frank, this is where careers are made, on the weak kinds of championships.
This is also what you hope for too in professional golf. You know you've got your good stuff. We've seen that through the first 2 days. Put yourself in 36 holes to go.
Power and precision off par 4. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Just to play some really hard for the championship. Frank, as we step to the tee here at the par 4 second hole, just 391 yards, but a classic case on links golf where the bunkering here is just so much different than a classic.
And it's also where a change of strategy will certainly help. Remember, the ball's going to run much further here in Scotland than what it will in America. So you can use a shorter club and let that ball to run out to the normal distance you would hit it, perhaps with 2 or 3 clubs more.
Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Setting up for an approach shot here. On the putting surface and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Wow, what a birdie. Now at the third hole here at Royal Troon, and Frank, another sort of short 179 yards.
Yeah, simplicity's the key here, Rich. You don't really want to hit the ball more than 280 yards. Reason why is there's a burn there. And then from there, still only a wedge into a green that has 2 tiers.
And this is an eagle putt. No problem.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low.
5 on the golf course. It's the 4th hole. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Certainly one of the best opportunities on the front side. There's 3 bunkers, but really the one that you focus on is the one on the right. If you can carry that, that's certainly the one to take on, because that ball will kick a lot further down the fairway. And sometimes you can be left with just a mid-iron into this green.
Wow, smoke that tee shot. 100 now, second shot. Frank, how impressive is this performance so far?
You've got to tip your hat. Really just play good from the first hole on. Rhythm's good. Hit a lot of good shots. Very smart decision making as well.
Big swing right there, and a great result. And now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Frank, it's one thing to jumpstart your round. This would ignite. But Frank in the lead now after the eagle. At the par 3 fifth, ready to get this hole started.
Prevailing breeze once again should be coming from the water, which is on the right. That makes that tee shot a little bit more difficult because it pushes the ball to those 3 bunkers on the left side.
Here. Display but a fall. All right, Frank, how about the 6th par 5?
3 bunkers off the tee, avoid those. But if you hit a good...
The 601-yard behemoth par 5, 6th hole, you can pay the steep price here, Frank.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. Tee shot to concentrate on.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down. That's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
Well, that was a good-looking putt, just not falling right now.
Sadly, he's going to be disappointed.
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Just before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champ sitting at the now.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour live final round coverage of the International Challenge. Frank, now at the 15th, and how hard is this par 4?
The key really is to get the ball on the fairway here. Avoid those 3 bunkers, because this is one of the flattest greens on the golf course. Get the ball on the green here. Any putt's makeable.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Second shot, good look at the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. A heat stick from that man.
He is just that never deviated offline.
And he has it for birdie. Frank, here's the only par 5 on the back 9 at Royal Troon.
You'd think at 542 yards, the tee shot to about 280 yards. So it's very much about placing that second shot in a good distance.
In the 1997 Open Championship here at Royal Troon, you played with Tiger Woods in the 3rd round. What did he do at this 16th hole?
He hit a driver for his second shot into a head breeze from about 200, managed to get it on the green, then knocked it in from about 45 feet for eagle.
You knew he was something special back then, didn't you? Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here, what's the mindset?
Well, this is real from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Frank, you've played in and contended at so many major championships. It's not a major if the finishing hole doesn't present a real challenge. What do you think of Royal Troon's finishing hole?
Well, it's not just the 18th hole, Rich, too. It's 16, 17, and 18 because the prevailing breeze, especially at the Open Championship time of the year, which is the second week in July, is normally back into it. So you look at that 464 yards, that's well bunkered off the tee, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, into a puffer breeze, and you got yourself a great finishing hole.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at. This is a green light special.
Good little shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this.
In the International Challenge. He's made it. That has to feel so good. A big championship victory. EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present opening round coverage of the EA Sports Spring Invitational. One of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's the EA Sports Spring Invitational, and just a stunning Wolf Creek in Mesquite. Again, and welcome Rich Lerner alongside. We're in for
I see the decision-making processes of some of the fine players out there today. And the reason why I say that, Rich, is because there's so much elevation here at Wolf Creek, so you're going to have to make those adjustments on the downhill and the uphill. Club selection decisions, and of course the one that does that the best is more than likely the one that's going to come out on top.
Let's check in on the action at the 15th round up to this point from our featured golfer. Frank, what are some keys to making something happen down the stretch?
Well, if this is the worst score that they shoot all week, I think that's one of the keys, because they vault forward from.
Good swing, good shot. He is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Getting set now over the putt. To 1 under on the leaderboard. From a short par 3 to a short par 4. Just 393 yards here at the 16th, Frank.
And when you stand on this tee, this hole looks anything other than straight. Goes to the left and comes back to the right. But if you can just fixate at the green, it's going to look like a relatively straight. And that's the way the hole should be played. There's 2 bunkers that you see, and just try and split those. Good tee shot here, and nothing more than a wedge green. Simplify it. That's the key.
All right, Frank, what are you looking to do?
Good tee shot that sort of split those 2 fairway bunkers should leave you a relatively, what looks like a straightforward short iron shot in. Distance control paramount once again here at 16, because this green has a lot of subtle undulations in it.
See if you can get this one to drop here at the 16th for a birdie. See if you can get something going here. 2 straight birdies. You can see why this player featured golf inside that cut line. It's really a cool closing stretch here at Wolf Creek. Short par 3 15th, the short 4 at the 16th, and now the par 5 17th. You can make up some ground in a hurry as you come down the finishing stretch.
You certainly can. A good drive short of the little stream creek that runs across there, and this is doable as a 2-shotter. You find the bunkers or trouble off the tee, then obviously you're forced to lay up, leaving that 3rd shot across the water. but really a fun hole if you want to try and take that second shot on.
This is when the game is fun, Frank, when you get one high in the air and you have a down breeze and you just watch it stays in the air forever.
Yeah, the hang time on that. There's a big green and the inch of it.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but will with. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So just a formality here. Now the closing hole here at Wolf Creek. Frank, what's ahead of us?
You could try and drive at this green, but there's too much trouble, really, Rich. Even though this hole's just over, it's very ambitious, that water. Some might try. Most people try and hit a tee shot, 240, 250 yard mark, and of course, you do good notes. So pitch it on the green, make a drink in the play.
Frank, I'm not saying he should pull out driver here, but this is a long putt.
Good chance.
Well, this one's tracking. Oh boy, we have a ball game right now, don't we, partner?
Oh, it's starting to get slow.
So through one round, our leader really put on a good show today.
They certainly did, Rich. It was truly a great. It's not easy to come out of the gates like that.
EA Sports and the Wolf Creek Golf Club so proudly present second round coverage of the EA Sports 383-yard fourth hole, but there's plenty of trouble out there.
Positional hole. This is not sort of the driver and just rip it down there. Just find the fairway. You're going to have virtually just a short wedge, 9 far away. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops.
In this game, just bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
That is an excellent play right there. The approach. Frank, you know what gets me? Here a person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke, and that ball spins around and is just laughing at the player. And now what's left, you could breathe on that ball. It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
We're in the desert, partner.
5-second hole's got a nice stream that runs down the left side, as well as cutting the fairway. There's 3 bunkers down that right side. Well, Rich, this hole isn't too long. Under 500 yards, not even going to play that long. So very reachable.
Getting set from 145 yards away. Indicate us on course slope rating.
Yeah, it's a system that goes along with our handicap system, so you can compare one golf course to another. If you played a very, very flat golf course, it would have a relatively low slope rating. So when you use that with your handicap, that would figure it out. So if you play and how elevation affects your golf score, and that's really to equate golf all over the world.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
That will be a great look at birdie. But not a formality either. Goes to 6 under par for the tournament. What a display of golf. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes once again are apparent here at the 6th. Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, those bunkers are really, and this green is any hole too. And
ball sitting down here in the rough, he's digging in.